He's back. I'm in the studio with Doug Ford, who earlier this month announced at Ford Fest, the big family barbecue in Etobicoke, that he is indeed going to run for mayor in 2018. Doug, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, Doug, obviously the first question is, what prompted your decision to run for mayor?
Well, really what we've seen going on in the city here, David, if it's all John Tory's broken promises, be it he said he was going to outsource the garbage east of Yonge. He hasn't outsourced it. He wasn't able to do it. He said he'd keep the taxes low. Taxes have gone up exponentially. You look at the traffic in the city, the smart track is dead. He said
that was his big transit master plan.
He
right?
gets the city going. We have the worst traffic in North America. It's gridlock right across the city. And the sole source deals are happening at a rapid fashion. He spent over $1 billion more a year, and that breaks down to $1,000 per household that he's spending of the taxpayers' money. I'm always a believer, David, that the taxpayer can spend it a lot wiser than the government. So these are just a few things that the people of Toronto are looking for a principled leader to make a decision and move forward on that decision. That doesn't happen under John Tory.
So I imagine you're going to emulate what your brother stood for. I thought one of the greatest electioneering slogans of all time, respect for taxpayers. You
That's
want
right.
to derail the gravy train, which seems to be, from what you're saying, is back on the rails at City Hall.
Oh, it's going full steam down the tracks right now.
Okay.
All the budgets are up. The reserves are all depleted. They're facing $300 million, a big hole at the end of this budget cycle. So he has no choice but to raise taxes or play the shell game and shuffle money around. But the city's in a real financial disaster right now.
Now, Doug, going back to 2014, John Tory prevailed with 40% of the vote. You finished a very respectable second place with 33.7%. What makes you think the results would be any different in 2018? Well,
I just asked people that voted for Rob, and there was 15% that didn't vote for me the second time around. But I love speaking to those people and asking them one simple question. And I ask the media and I ask anyone out there, what has John Tory done? He's done absolutely nothing. No one can come up with anything other than he's towed a few cars. And that's, that's his platform, and we're just going to hold him to account. And
so it's been a matter of lunch bag letdown. They saw John Tory as a savior, but his actions have proved otherwise.
Well, again, I ask the simple question, is every single person that voted for John Tory last time going to vote for him this time? The answer is overwhelmingly no, they aren't. He's going to have some people, but we're going to chip away at him. And I always say we have no place but to go up, and he has no place but to go downhill, and he's going to go downhill quicker than the Canadian bobsled team. So
that's pretty quick. But I imagine, Doug, the big X factor here is if there is a strong candidate from the left that will run in the next election. I mean, we had that with Olivia Chow, although I thought she ran a very weak campaign. But do you have any indication that there might be another high-profile left of center candidate that's running? Because I would imagine that would hurt Tory and help you.
Yeah, I always define the left in two categories. There's the left, as I say, a little too far left, and there be it the passionate environmentalists, they're jumping up and down with the signs, the tree huggers and the protesters. And then there's the frontline, hardworking union member.
Correct.
That traditionally may vote NDP, but we have their support. John Tory does not have their support. So it's kind of split into two categories there. But it doesn't bother me if the left's in, if the left's out. I'm going to hold them to account.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Yazra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.